It's always an exploration. There's always something new and something different kind of happening on any given day. There's always something new to see, no matter where you go. Nashville's like that. There's a facade and there's what's actually inside. And like that's what you have to look for and that's what you have to try and find. Everything kind of looks one way from the outside, and it's really interesting what happens when you kind of go a little bit further and get a little bit more into neighborhoods, communities, buildings. You can just go see all kind of things that you just had no idea were there. My dad called me up one day and said that he came across just a load of old cameras, and the camera was so clean and just it looked almost brand new. It had probably been shot like twice, you know. I just grabbed it and then kind of just started digging around trying to figure out where to get film for it. Bought a couple of cartridges and that was it. You do get a deeper sense of the city and what it's like when you actually walk through the neighborhood. It's definitely a meditative kind of thing. Neighborhoods feel very different when you walk down an alley, you know, as opposed to like the main street down it. You know, you see more things. You see the people that actually live there. You get a feel for what the neighborhood is actually about. It really gives a city personality, I think, you know. Being able to take a photo and actually have something to hold on to at the end, that's what I'm looking for. I think there's like a nostalgia thing. Everybody loves going through their grandparents' like old Polaroids and stuff like that. They're all really neat looking, you know? And it's kind of nice to have something tangible when everything else is just so very digital and there's nothing to actually hold on to. I think that's what attracts me the most, is you actually have something that you can go back to and look at. On my walkabouts and stuff, I find a lot of just interesting architecture and graffiti and fun things that add a little bit of funk to the city. The idea of the whole thing is I'd really like to distill it down to one a day. You know, you do kind of the couple critical walk-bys, you know, you look at it, kind of get the camera out, you frame it up, think about it for a second. That's how you know, okay, well, I really need to take that shot. There's only 10 shots on a cartridge, so it really kind of makes you be a little bit judicious about what you shoot because you're really running on a limited budget. You know, you're just kind of walking around and just observing. It's fun. It's a really neat hobby, and it's nice to have like a small circle of people that are doing it, you know, and they're all really close friends. It makes you, competitive is not the right word, but it forces you to do it more. It gets you excited about it, and it gets you really pumped that somebody else is doing this. It's like, oh man, that's a really, really great shot. Check out what I just did. You know, there's kind of that back and forth that happens, and it's really neat. It definitely connects you with your entire neighborhood. There's people now that see me out walking, just kind of wave at me. They've seen me walking down the street 100 times now, you know? And the camera is actually a pretty cool conversation starter. Everybody's really interested in it. I tell them, oh, well, you know, I go on these walks. I'm trying to do like a little bit of like a documentary on Nashville, just through photos and what it's looking like when Nashville is right in the middle of all this change that's about to happen. It's fun. There's, you know, that cathartic thing to it. You just kind of wind down, go walk around and find something interesting. It's one of those things you can look back at those photos and be like, oh, that's what was going on. You know, I was here, or this was in wherever that place is. You know, there's kind of that nostalgic thing that you can kind of always go back to and have.